I never saw it coming, not in a million years. The woman I had devoted my life to, the one I believed was my forever, shattered our marriage with a single, casual sentence. I'm going on a date. For a moment, I thought I misheard her. Maybe I was imagining things. I laughed, waiting for the punchline, but her face remained disturbingly calm. There was no smirk, no hesitation, just cold, brutal honesty. A date? I repeated, my throat tightening. Yes, with a coworker, she answered, her voice eerily casual, as if she were talking about picking up dry cleaning. My world tilted. 8 years of marriage flashed before my eyes, the vacations, the laughter, the whispered, I love yous, in the dead of night. All of it now meaningless. I clenched my jaw, my chest constricting. Emma. No, not Emma. That name tasted like poison now. Let me get this straight, I said, my voice low and controlled. You're telling me, your husband, that you're going on a date? A real, romantic date with another man? She sighed dramatically, as if I were the one being unreasonable. I told you, our life has become routine. I need some excitement. It's just dinner. Just dinner, I echoed, my voice darkening. She rolled her eyes. Don't be so dramatic. It's harmless. Harmless? My fists clenched at my sides. Emma, this isn't harmless. This is cheating. She scoffed. Oh, don't be ridiculous. It's not like I'm sleeping with him. Yet. That single word slammed into me like a freight train. My lips curled in disgust. Her lips curled into a smile, a cruel, teasing smile. Well, she mused, we'll see where things go. The woman I loved was gone. In her place stood someone I didn't recognize. Emma, or whatever version of her existed now, pranced around the room, slipping into a deep emerald green dress that hugged her body in all the ways she knew I loved. A deliberate, calculated move. I should have walked away. I should have packed a bag, left, slammed the door behind me. But no. I stood there, watching as she applied her lipstick, my fingers curling into fists. You don't get to do this, I said, my voice laced with venom. She turned to me, amused. Do what? Destroy our marriage in real time, I spat. She tilted her head, pretending to consider my words. Then she reached for her purse and slung it over her shoulder. Relax. I love you. This is just something I need to do for myself. Something inside me snapped. You walk out that door, Emma, and you don't come back. She smirked, running a finger down my chest. You're so cute when you're mad. I yanked her hand away. Enough. She chuckled. And with one final wink, she walked out the door. I stood frozen. The apartment around me felt emptier than ever. Then something inside me shifted. The rage. The betrayal. It all coiled into something dark. Something powerful. She thought she could humiliate me, walk all over me like I was nothing. No. She had no idea what was coming. I wasn't going to let this slide. I was going to make her regret every single choice she made. I wasn't an idiot. Emma thought she could manipulate me into accepting her infidelity, but she underestimated me. She thought I would be the pathetic husband waiting at home while she lived out her reckless fantasies. She was wrong. The moment the door shut behind her, I got to work. First, I grabbed my phone and called my best friend, Nathan. He picked up instantly. Yo, man, what's up? Emma is cheating, I said, cutting straight to the point. Silence. Then a sharp inhale. What the hell did you just say? You heard me. Dude, are you serious? Dead serious. Nathan cursed under his breath. Tell me everything. And I did. Every disgusting, heart-wrenching detail. By the time I was done, he was fuming. "You need to get the hell out of there," he said. "No," I replied. "I'm not leaving." "Then what the hell are you going to do?" I smiled darkly. "I'm going to destroy her." I needed proof. If I wanted to come out on top, I needed to document everything. I started small, checking our shared finances, tracking her spending, noting every suspicious transaction. Then I did something I never thought I'd do. I went through her phone. She was careless. Too confident. The messages were all there, explicit texts, plans for a weekend trip, flirty emojis. Everything I needed to confirm my worst fears. And then, the final dagger to my heart. Her messages to her lover. "Liam. Emma, can't wait to finally be alone with you. My husband doesn't excite me anymore. You make me feel alive." I clenched my teeth so hard my jaw ached. She was disgusting. But she had no idea, I was already 10 steps ahead. I wasn't going to let her come back home like nothing happened. While she was out playing the role of a free woman, I was making sure she no longer had a home to return to. I called a locksmith. "How soon can you change the locks?" "Tomorrow morning," the guy replied. "Perfect." Then I ordered a new nameplate for the apartment door. One that displayed only my name. Emma's name? Gone. Erased. As if she never existed. I was going to make her feel what I felt, utterly replaceable. But I didn't stop there. I dug deeper. Emma had been pulling money from our joint savings. Transferring it to a separate account, an account under her name only. So I did what any betrayed husband with a functioning brain would do. I pulled it all back. Every cent. By the time she got back, there would be nothing left for her to run away with. And then, just to twist the knife further, I printed out every message. Every single dirty text. And I put them in an envelope. Labeled for Emma's parents. Let's see how much they'd still support her after this. That night, she came home. Correction, she tried to come home. She fumbled with her keys, confusion turning to panic when none of them worked. She pounded on the door, screaming my name. I took my time. I let her suffer. Let her feel the weight of what she'd done. Finally, I opened the window and leaned out, my expression cold and detached. "Check the nameplate," I said. She turned, eyes scanning the door. When she saw that her name was gone, her face crumbled. "This isn't funny," she choked out. "It's not a joke," I replied. "This is what you wanted. Your freedom." Her eyes filled with panic. "No, no, no, please let me in. I can explain." I shrugged. "Not interested." She collapsed against the door, sobbing. "Good. Let her feel it. Let her drown in it." She spent the next hour begging and pleading. She swore she was sorry. That she had made a mistake. That she loved me. "You don't get to cheat and then come home like nothing happened," I said coldly. She reached for me, but I raised my phone. "Keep talking, Emma. I'll make sure your parents, your boss, and every single person you know get a front row seat to your downfall." Her face drained of color. Checkmate. 2 days later, the divorce papers arrived at her office. She refused to sign at first. She begged me to reconsider. I didn't. "You made your bed," I said, staring her down. "Now lie in it." She broke down. She had finally lost everything. And for the first time, I felt peace. Emma didn't just lose me. She lost everything. The fallout was swift and merciless. Her family was horrified. Her mother refused to even speak to her. Her boss fired her on the spot. Turns out, sleeping with a coworker while married didn't exactly scream professionalism. And Liam? Her lover? He abandoned her the moment things got messy. He was a coward. A man who only wanted the thrill, not the responsibility. The second Emma's life fell apart, he ghosted her. Now, she had no husband. No job. No home. And no affair partner to run to. She was completely alone. She called me. Over and over. I ignored every call. Every message. Until one day, she showed up at my workplace. I should have had security throw her out. But instead, I met her in the parking lot, arms crossed, as she stood there, disheveled and desperate, tears streaming down her face. "Please," she whispered. "Just talk to me." I didn't say a word. I made a mistake," she sobbed. I should have never, God, I was so stupid." I raised an eyebrow. "You think?" "I'll do anything," she whispered. "I'll be the perfect wife. I'll make it up to you." I just, pathetic. I took a step forward. "Emma," I said quietly. "What exactly do you think happens now?" She blinked, hopeful. We fix this?" I laughed. Coldly. "No." Her face crumpled. I finished watching her life fall apart. "You wanted excitement," I reminded her. "Well, congratulations. You got it." She collapsed to her knees, sobbing. I walked away. My revenge wasn't just about kicking her out. It was about making sure she never recovered. She tried moving in with friends. But none of them wanted anything to do with her. She tried getting a new job. But no one would hire her after the scandal. She had ruined herself. And I thrived. New job. New apartment. New life. And eventually, a new woman. Months later, I ran into Emma at a coffee shop. Not just any coffee shop, Harbor Roast, our favorite spot in downtown Chicago. Except it wasn't ours anymore. It was mine. She looked broken. Her hair was dull, her clothes noticeably cheaper. Her usual confident stance was gone, replaced with something meek, hesitant. She saw me before I saw her. And the second she did, her entire face lit up with desperate hope. I ignored her and stepped up to order my drink. "Large caramel macchiato," I said smoothly. But before I could walk away, she approached me. "Adam," her voice was small, almost pleading. I sighed, turning slowly. "Emma. Can we talk?" "No," she swallowed hard. "Are you seeing someone?" I smirked. "Yes." Her face shattered. But no," I said firmly. "There is no we." She trembled. "Do you still love me?" I looked her in the eyes and said the words that destroyed her. "I don't even remember loving you." She choked back a sob. "I lost everything," she whispered. I nodded. "Yeah. And you deserve it." Then, without another glance, I walked away. Her punishment wasn't just losing me. It was knowing she could never get me back. The divorce was finalized. She tried fighting it. But with all the evidence, she had no case. She lost everything in the settlement. Her financial security? Gone. Her reputation? Destroyed. Her marriage? Over. She had made her choice. And I had made mine. I chose to walk away and never look back. Because real revenge? It's knowing that she will regret her choices every single day for the rest of her life. For the first time in years, I felt free. No more lies. No more betrayal. Just me, my future, and endless possibilities. And Emma? She would spend the rest of her life wishing she had never thrown me away. But I was already too far gone. She lost me. Forever. Months passed. Emma? She was a ghost in our old social circles. Word spread about what she had done. She tried dating again. But no man wanted to be her second choice. She tried reaching out to old friends. But they wanted nothing to do with her. She had dug her own grave. And she was forced to live in it. One night, I received a letter in the mail. From Emma. I debated throwing it away. But curiosity won. I opened it. I ruined everything. I don't deserve forgiveness. But I need you to know, I was wrong. And I will never stop regretting what I did. I smiled. Good. She should regret it. But forgiveness? That would never come. 1 year later, I sent Emma a wedding invitation. Not because I wanted her there. Because I wanted her to know I had moved on. She never replied. But I heard through the grapevine, she cried for days. Perfect. I ran into Emma one final time. She was barely recognizable. Her eyes were hollow. Stress had stolen the glow from her skin. She was nothing but a shell of the woman I once knew. Are you happy? She asked softly. I didn't hesitate. Very. She swallowed hard. I wish I cut her off. Too late. And just like that, I walked away. For good. Because real revenge? It wasn't just taking back my life. It was knowing that she would regret losing me for the rest of hers.